Good morning, friends of Maine the Way, and welcome to our September day trip. We're doing another one that's a little bit farther from our home base in the Portland area, so we're going to share our accommodations and, of course, the restaurants and activities that we do with you. But first things first, we are out in the middle of Millinocket Lake at sunrise to catch some first light looking over beautiful Katahdin. It is so special out here. It's so peaceful. We saw a bunch of little wildlife and lots of morning bird sounds. So we're soaking it all in and excited to share this day with you. So come along. We just got off the lake and we are headed back to our room now at the Big Mason to check out and carry on with the day. So we just had breakfast. Unfortunately, it was not at the Appalachian Trail Cafe because they were closed today. But we're fueled up and now at the Penobscot River Trails. We brought our bikes, but they have some that you can rent here or at the Katahdin Gear Library, which is in Millinocket, an awesome resource if you're visiting from out of town and don't want to bring your own equipment. So yeah, there are some beautiful trails that cruise along the Penobscot River. It's our first time here, so we'll take you along with us. We just checked in at the visitor center, put our names on the log. It's a beautiful facility. I saw a school bus in the back. We hear that they do a lot of kids programming, so that's just awesome and seems like a great gathering space. But time to hit the trails. We have been cruising up the east branch of the Penobscot River for the past handful of miles, kilometers. It's such a stunning September day. These trails are incredible. I am riding my road bike. It's a touring bike, and the tires are a little wide, but definitely not a mountain bike. There's no suspension, and it's honestly great for these. It's a gravel surface, definitely nicely packed, so I haven't feared slipping at all. But it's really awesome what they've done here, and there's a ton of great infrastructure. They have some bridges over all these little crossings that are wide enough for a piston bully to come through in the winter and groom ski trails. So we hope to be back and enjoy them for some skiing, but today couldn't be a better day for bike riding. So what a treat.
So we just reached Trail's End, which is basically the furthest out point on the Penobscot River Trails. So we took the Riverside Trail all the way out, so 14 kilometers. And then we'll be taking the tote road back, which is 12 kilometers. So it should be a little bit faster on the way back, but should be equally beautiful even though we're not along the river because the trees are all turning and there's some beautiful yellow birches up there. And yeah, so looking forward to the second half.
We made it out to the warming hut, which is sort of the turnaround point. It's beautiful, and I can sure understand why they put it there because I don't know if you can see in the distance through the field is a striking view of Katahdin, and what a clear blue sky day to see every angle on the knife's edge. So we're just gonna have a little bit of water and a snack, but the bugs are actually kind of bad right now, so I don't think we're gonna linger too long, and then beeline it back on Tote Road. So we're just about back to the visitor center. That ride from the warming hut here was so fun. We didn't realize how much elevation we had climbed up as we cruised upstream alongside the east branch of the Penobscot, and the way back was downstream and downhill, and it was definitely we were definitely going too quick to film, but we're here and It was so glorious. The trails were so well maintained. We can't speak highly of it enough. Definitely excited to come back here and check it out in the winter time and bring friends and yeah, share it with you guys. So hope it inspires you to come on up here. We're gonna load the bikes on the car and find some dinner. We definitely worked up an appetite and take you along with us for the rest of the day. So join us.
So we had heard that the Penobscot River Trails has bikes that you're able to borrow if you don't have one. But what we didn't know about is this room. They have bikes with kid trailers on them. They've got little strider bikes for kids learning to ride a bike. And then they've got these two Thule running strollers. And while the two of us don't have kids, I could definitely see this being an amazing place to come with a young family and explore the trails, get your kids outside. And I also just think it's amazing that they make it free for everyone.
Good morning from Dover Foxcroft. We had such a lovely evening here at the mill. We were hoping to dine at their cafe, but it's closed this morning. It looks really good. They have a menu in the bedrooms and definitely worth coming back for. But we're hungry, need some coffee, so we're gonna hit the road. We have a really fun day. We're going apple picking into a corn maze. It really looks awesome, so come along with us. We're here at Peace Love Waffles, where they'll put anything into a waffle iron. I actually got shredded potatoes with, it's a Greek style with like feta and olives and really yummy looking things, and then Pam got chicken waffles. But their menu is super extensive, and it's really fun to think about all the different things you can put into a waffle iron. So it's a good breakfast spot here in the area.
So we're here at Brewery Orchards in Levant, Maine, and as you can probably hear, there are a lot of people here, a lot of kids. It looks like a couple school groups. It is just full of life. There's people playing with the animals, doing the corn maze, picking apples. There's so much to do here, but we just got tickets to do the corn maze. So it's kind of fun. It's not just a maze, and this is kind of a rough map of it, but there's also a game associated with it. So there's 6 different stations within the maze that you have to get to and answer a question, and you scratch off the answer that you think is appropriate, and at the end of the maze we hand in our tickets for an ice cream. So really looking forward to doing that.
We're here at the start of the corn maze. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, but honestly they're so fun. I feel like getting lost is half of it, so let's go inside. I feel like we don't want to follow the map too closely, so fingers crossed we make it out in the right place.
Big success. I'm kind of surprised, honestly, because we were just wandering around aimlessly, but here we go. We got to answer our first trivia question.
Okay, so the question is, which year did Gary and Patty purchase the 42 acres of Brewery Orchards? And we know that they have been doing the corn maze for 40 years. It's 2023, so minus 40 puts us at 1983, which is option A. But did they start the corn mazes the first year that they bought it?
I can't imagine they would have done a corn maze year one.
Yeah, I bet they were focusing on other ventures for the first 9 years.
1974.
So option B is 1974. Do they tell us if we're right? Maybe one of us.
There's a, yeah, I'll go 74. You can follow your heart.
I'll go 83, unless it tells you if you're right. Does it say if you're right?
You try yours.
No, you tell me, come on.
No, it says F. I
F.
think I got that wrong.
Fail.
I failed.
So we're kind of on the same team, so we're just gonna do like the winner's bracket. I'm going A, 1983, which is exactly 40 years from today. Wait, so mine says A.
Well, we don't know which is right.
We don't know what that means. We'll continue to find out.
All right.
Do we want to reference the...
On to number 2.
I know it's probably very obvious, but it's a real treat to see so much corn in the corn maze.
A maze, you could say.
I'm amazed by all the corn.
You missed my joke.
Maze. Oh, maze. Camp. That was Camp's joke. I feel like we're going in circles.
I don't know. What's up?
We made it to the Hall of Fame. I feel like such a legend. Congratulations. What an accomplishment.
Yep, we made it to the Hall of Fame. Yep.
Yay! We found the second station. Station number 2. The question is, which couple founded Brewery Orchards? I think it was Gary and Patty because they kind of said that on the first one, right? That's my guess.
Well, it's not Sonny and Cher.
Not Sonny and Cher, good call. And Alfred and Claire, who? Oh, I gotta pee for what I presume is apple.
All right, station 3. We almost walked right past this one. So the first apple orchard was destroyed by which invasive species? Japanese beetles, magpies, or apple tree borers? I'm gonna say C, apple tree borers. It sounds legit. I know about the emerald ash borer, some other sorts of boring insects.
C, apple tree borers. Onward. So this is where we are. We're up here in this little prancing goat. Gotta go find 4, and then 6, and then 5, unless Cam makes us do it in order. 6! I found 6, sorry, we have to. So we're out of order. We just came from 3, but we hit station 6, so we're gonna take it while we've got it. The question is, our goal today is much like Gary's vision in 1983, to spend time with blank and to create a place where other families can join in the experience of a family farm. I mean, the options are A, nature, B, family, and C, farming. I was gonna say B, family, to spend time with. Yeah, you don't really spend time with nature. I guess you do, but I'm gonna say B, family. Normally we've been having Cam do the beta runs, but I sense he's not really liking that position. So my final answer for station 6 is B, family. Let's hope it's an E under here. Oh, it's an S. I got it. So now we have to get 4 and 5.
Station 5. The last one. After the apple tree borers destroyed the first orchard we replanted, which year did we sell our first apples? I'm gonna say 1987. And since I'm the guinea pig on this, what year do you think, Christine? Assuming that it's not 1987.
Assuming that it's not 1987 because our B team did not get that right. I'm gonna go 1995A, purely because it's been a while since we've had an A, and that's kind of how I did standardized testing in high school. And it worked. And the A team won with the full apple across the board, no mistrials, got them all. So huge win for the A team. Had so much fun in the Brewery orchards. Can't recommend this activity enough. What a good time. It is so fun for kids of all ages. Today was a gorgeous day. And like Cam said, after we complete the maze, we get to go back up to the barn, trade this in for an ice cream cone, and that sounds excellent. So let's head back up. We made it back to the barn after completing the corn maze for our complimentary ice cream, and they had these apple coolers, which is cider and apple donuts. And I feel like the combination of these two is going to be so delicious, so fall. Can't wait to dive in. And then I think we're going to go apple picking because the orchard's right behind us. And who doesn't love some fresh apples to bring to work or bake with? We just had a really nice fika, which is a Swedish word, I believe, for coffee and a snack, except we had apple cider and a donut. But it was the perfect little pick-me-up between the corn maze and some apple picking. It is lovely out. Just having the best time at tree orgy and doing all the fun fall activities. Cheers!
So we are at the Honeycrisp orchard. So a lot of the other apples have their own, there's 2 separate other orchards on the farm. And we're gonna get a bunch for just snacking on in the next couple days. And then we'll go pick some for baking and maybe we'll make a pie or an apple crisp or something. So.
So we're over here in the Macintosh part of the orchard. Macoons are on the other side of this aisle, and I think Cortlands are just over there. I personally love Macintosh for snacking on, especially when they're peak season, just so crisp and delicious. I bake with Macoons. I think we're gonna bring an apple crisp to a friend's house this weekend. And yeah, this is more generally where I like to go. Cam, like he said, prefers the Honeycrisp, but I feel like part of just having all these different varieties of apples is it allows for different preferences. So let us know in the comments what you like to bake with or eat with or whatever. But yeah, Macintosh, especially peak season, are my favorite apples.
So we've had to cut ourselves off picking apples. We always get overzealous and want to just fill a couple packs of apples. But the reality, of course, is that we probably don't have time or energy to turn all of those apples into things that can keep for longer. So we had to put the brakes on, and we have one more stop today before this trip. Is it even a day trip anymore? We're not really sure, but before this trip is over, we're gonna go grab a bite to eat. But this is probably the end of our main portion talking to you guys. And we just wanted to say a big thank you to the folks at Visit Maine that made this possible. We really love working with them, and we just feel like doing work with tourism is so aligned with what we do, because we are always trying to get you guys out around the state, exploring, trying new things, and hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.
So our final stop for this trip is to Orono Brewing here in Orono, Maine. We had such an epic time up in this corner of the state, cruising along the Penobscot River trails, going through the corn maze and apple picking at Tree Orgy orchards, and just exploring all that is fall in Maine. And while the colors weren't in peak foliage, hopefully it inspires you to get out there and see the state. And we of course will be sharing more as the season progresses, but we absolutely loved putting this sort of day trip September itinerary together, and especially partnering with the Maine Office of Tourism to share it with you. So thanks so much for joining us, and if you aren't already, subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more to come. Cheers!